Hello, crypto aficionados, and we're going to start this segment of news with a story of betrayal. That's right, Coinbase might have betrayed the crypto market. They have been shorting crypto for some time. Yes, looks like they got desperate enough to actually short crypto for profits, which is not really strange. I think a lot of these exchanges actually do this. So Coinbase is a publicly owned cryptocurrency exchange. They've been trying to rally the crypto industry and unite against the SEC. But their quarterly reports that have been retrieved by Finbold showed that they had plenty of short positions. Their 2023 Q2 report shows that in December 31st, 2022, at the end of last year, they held a total of $300 million in possible short positions. That's not as much as Michael Burry, but that is a good amount of short positions. They held $136.23 million as a hedge in shorting positions with futures contracts. They held $12.46 million not as a hedge in shorting positions with futures contracts. They had $81 million as a hedge in crypto assets borrowings with embedded derivatives. They had $70.46 million not as a hedge in crypto assets borrowings with embedded derivatives as well. So a lot of hedges and not hedges. So the thing is, they've reduced their short positions. So this is actually pretty good. They only had a total of $119.66 million in possible short positions on June 30th. So their short positions are actually coming down. I wonder if they're thinking that the crypto market is actually going to go up now. Obviously, December was the lowest pretty much that crypto got. So maybe Coinbase had some insider information that told them to short the hell out of the market in December. We don't really know. Now, I'm basically saying this is a betrayal because, we were all rooting for Coinbase against the SEC, and we should still be rooting for Coinbase against the SEC, but they're actually shorting the crypto market and betting against it. But realistically, this is not that much of a surprise. A lot of these big crypto firms actually do this. They try to read the market, and many of them even play against their investors. I don't really know if Coinbase does. I'm pretty sure that Binance has done it before. I'm just not really sure if Coinbase actually does it as well. I don't actually think Coinbase bets against their customers, but they will bet against the market when they see they can actually make money shorting. That really isn't much surprise at all. This guy is saying, LOL, wonder how many of the people cheering on Coin crypto futures know that deep in their earnings reports, Coin reveals they've been shorting the market via crypto futures for years. So this is probably one of the reasons why Coinbase actually wants futures markets, because they can actually use their own futures markets to short, which might actually seem shady, but that's just the way a lot of the business is actually done in the crypto world. Not a huge fan of this, and I'm not all about Coinbase crypto futures. I think it opens up a market for people to come in and for the volatility to go up, and it actually adds excitement to the US market. But Coinbase is probably going to use the crypto futures to their own advantage, and that's probably one of the reasons why they wanted crypto futures so bad. Moving on to the next piece of news, the judge in the Ripple SEC case has actually granted the SEC hasn't won the appeal, but the judge has granted permission for the SEC to file the special kind of appeal. And unfortunately, that means the SEC can actually have a leave to actually file this interlocutory appeal. Ripple actually didn't want this to happen, but this does not mean the judge or the appeals court will actually grant the appeal. It means they can just file the appeal before the entire case is done. I think it's kind of BS, but I think the judge is trying to cover all their grounds. I still don't think that the appeal is going to go through. So the timeline for this kind of appeal is that the SEC has to file one by August 18th, which is roughly tomorrow. So they have 24 hours. I find that freaking hilarious. The judge gave them 24 hours maximum to file an appeal. And Ripple has about 2 weeks until September 1st to actually respond. So Ripple has an adequate amount of time to prepare a response, but the SEC does not actually have the luxury of time to actually file their appeal. They probably have to just spruce one up together, and it might actually not be all that great. So the judge is giving them an appeal time, but she's not giving them that much time to actually come up with a good appeal. So it's kind of a catch-22. I don't think she just wanted to deny the appeal, but she wanted to make it hard as possible for them to actually file an appeal. So basically, this kind of appeal occurs when a ruling by a trial court is appealed while other aspects of a case are still proceeding. The decision allows the SEC to build and bring a case to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. Ripple will also be able to file an opposition, but they're not going to be able to build too much of a case to the circuit court for appeals. You know why? Because they have like roughly 1 day to do it. And usually stuff like this takes a lot longer than 1 day to actually file a successful appeal. So I find that kind of funny that the judge actually gave him like roughly 24 hours. The decision came a few hours after Ripple Labs voiced opposition to a potential appeal in the case. Ripple's lawyers put forth 3 main arguments in opposition to the request. Obviously, like they don't think it has any kind of like special circumstance for this to actually happen, because they don't think like there was a confusion in the matter of the law. And if you actually read the Terra Luna decision, the Terra Luna judge did not actually like really contradict Judge Torres. They basically said like Terra Luna is a different situation than Ripple. Therefore, we have a different type of ruling. So obviously, this is not really that great for Ripple because Ripple wanted the SEC to go through the lengthy appeals process, which they should have actually been forced to do. And they got the special appeal, but they don't really have much time to actually come up with this appeal. So it's kind of like a trade-off. Like, yeah, it sucks that they can appeal, but they only have like roughly 24 hours to get all their ducks in a line. And for all of you who know like this legal business, you know that it's really, really hard to file anything within a 24-hour timeline. So their lawyers must be like, hitting the red eye and working overtime for this. And us as taxpayers, yes, we are being charged for every bit of the way. So that kind of sucks for us. But that's the deal with Ripple and the SEC. And I do have to mention Shibarium. The Shibarium launch is kind of a disaster. No, Shibarium does not actually use Shiba Inu as the gas. It uses Bone as the gas. And there was even discussion of them actually creating another coin altogether to serve in Shibarium, which would kind of invalidate the other 2 tokens. So to me, at this point, Shiba Inu is just kind of a grift right now. Like this whole situation with Raitoshi, I've said this before. I think they're the same person. I think like they're just trying to grift you for stuff. Like they came on Discord or Telegram and said like they kind of lost the keys to the original Shiba wallet or whatever. I don't actually think Shiba Inu was ever meant to be built on. And I don't think Shiba Inu is really going to be used that much for a Shibarium. Yes, you can actually stake Shiba Inu for Bone, but I just don't think Shiba Inu is going to play that big of a part in the future ecosystem. So I probably wouldn't put my bets on anything to do with Shiba Inu right now, and I would probably get out of the investment if I could. So the prices on Shiba Inu plunged about 9% on Shibarium issues. So it got off to a really turbulent start. So blockchain data shows that the network was stalled for at least 5 hours at the time of the writing. This is from CoinDesk. And users tried to transfer 954 Ether and 750,000 worth of Bone, a Shibarium governance token, to the contract, and it basically got stalled. And I do think they did verify this, and it was unable to bridge the tokens to Shibarium at that time. Also, this is why you don't really want to build on Ethereum. One of the Shibarium developers responded to reports of an outage in the blog post, stating there is no bridge issue and that the problem occurred following a mass influx of transactions. That could have actually been true, but having your bridge actually being stalled for 5 hours, that's going to raise people's suspicions. Users were blocked from sending messages on a community forum on Discord shortly after initial reports of the issues began. So they were trying to initiate a blackout of this whole entire situation, which does not bode very well for them. So the apparent faulty launch for Shibarium stutters what was supposed to be the gateway to a vibrant and cheap ecosystem. The network is part of a broader plan to position Shiba Inu as a serious blockchain project, away from the meme coin status it enjoyed since the August 2022 issuance. But since it's not the actual gas token, I think Shiba Inu will always be seen as a meme coin product. So you're kind of like fighting yourself in that. Shibarium joins an increasingly crowded blockchain landscape. There are at least 50 other networks hoping to lure users away. And I'm not really sure if people are going to take Shibarium seriously over the other L1s, because I think Shiba Inu, Bone, and Shibarium, I think they're all stuck with I think they're all pretty much stuck with the meme coin status. And I don't think there's actually much they can do to ditch the meme coin status at all. So I don't know, not a great start for Shibarium, Shiba Inu, or Bone. And I definitely would not actually invest my money into those things because, you know, like I'm not a huge fan of memes altogether. I have some Dogecoin because I do actually think Dogecoin is still going to be the #1 meme for quite some time. I don't think they really need to develop on Dogecoin. I think like it'll be like the index for meme coins. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button, and I will see you guys later.